সূর্য তুমি, দিনান্তে তোমার ঘুমিয়ে পড়া, প্রতিটি আলোকণা বালুকা বেলায় আছড়ে পড়ে, ঠিক যেমনি প্রতিটি ঢেউ এসে আছড়ে পড়ে সমুদ্র সৈকতে, স্নাত করে বালুকণা। তবু তোমার প্রতিদিনের অস্ত যাওয়া নতুন দিনের স্বপ্ন দেখায়।
I took the footage and wrapped it around a VRS that I'd created. Only 9% of plastic ever produced has been recycled. It is estimated that 8 million tons of plastic enter the sea globally and spread all around the world to the furthest regions in the Arctic and Southern Ocean, and has been found in the world's deepest underwater trench. Suddenly, a thin film of dust started to build up on the glass of the observation deck. I knew I had 7 minutes. Our measuring tools too crude to know if Joplin would bellow into a monster storm, parching our planet and reversing the terraforming back 2 steps. Even sheltered in Crater Alpha, low below in our safe zones, I'd felt it was coming. It made me feel sick. I had 2 choices: to save my humans stuck near the mines, or to save my crop of algae down below in the lava tubes. My beautiful crop of algae was threatened. It had taken 2 centuries to develop these strains of genetically modified batches. One for air purification, one for anti-radiation, a hybrid with the tree of ginkgo biloba, and one lavender batch for mental health, a problem as big as Earth's. They did not think it was possible to grow these super-powered garments, but with the right hydroponics and genes, we had done it. But now, jolted by the storm, they were disintegrating before our eyes and had to be cut into garment pieces before time ran out. Zero waste thinking. And once the garment was finished with and worn out, we could replant it to regenerate or compost. But for now, just 3 batches to use to mix and match before they were gone. Now, on to save the humans. Joplin's storm had mangled the outer transmission, but I knew that those stuck outside would be struggling. What could I do? In fact, I'd anticipated today. I wanted today. It was a way to test my experiments for real. I stepped into the outer wardrobe cavity, in a barrel behind the arsenal of equipment and heavyware. I'd carefully stuffed an experimental new head covering. It would create a force field of moisture, increasing with intensity to match the rising dust concentration, preventing it from clogging up my head transmitters. I'd become accustomed to relying on other sensors in the lava tubes, and with my experimental wearable, I could distinguish fire from storm. Lack of visibility was not an issue.
I'm super satisfied. I'm really proud that I was able not to quit just
So we're back again here in the corner. We're interviewing a number of innovators today. So my name is Mikey Winecove. I'm part of the People Speak, and we've got Bushra Burge here, another innovator in our series of innovators, of explorers, researchers. Now I know a little bit about what you do, but can you just say to us what you do and why you do it?
Okay, so I've come here with a haptic VR experience, and I've been exploring and developing multisensory stories for the last few years, particularly with a focus on haptics, and then more on costume and what that means when, how we distort our self-perception and how that affects other senses as well. So today's project I have is called The Great Wave.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is maybe break that down. What haptic VR? What is that?
Well, the first haptic piece I did was electro-muscle stimulation, so proper zapping of muscles, contracting of muscles. And then I wanted to move a little bit away from that, and I looked at buzzers and pneumatic, and we actually hacked a blood pressure machine,
Right.
which people wore around their waist. And that story, the haptic piece, was part of a VR story called The Dark Matter,
Right.
a science communication piece. And this haptic